So finally, after a long time, we are officially in the Survivor Series War Games build-up. Tonight's SmackDown was all about the Bloodline. Tonight, we had a Bloodline acknowledgement ceremony for Solo Sikoa after the fact that he pinned Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel, Saudi Arabia. So tonight, we were going to have a acknowledgement ceremony with Solo Sikoa. But we did start off with his counterpart, the OTC Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso came out here. Roman Reigns, before he even gets an opportunity to speak, out comes Jey Uso. And one thing I noticed about this was, well, actually two things I noticed about this. One, Jey Uso came out in the colors, the red colors of the Bloodline, you know, the original Bloodline. And second was the fact that, you know, typically Jey Uso comes out here, you know, he's a easygoing guy. He's yeeting with the crowd, you know, he's pumping up the crowd and everything. And tonight we got Jey Uso, but he was very stoic. Not a lot of emotion was coming out of Jey Uso. Kind of reminded me of, you know, older Jey Uso we got beforehand with the Bloodline. He said, listen, I need you to hear him out. I came out here for one reason, and that was to bring out Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn came out here. He came from Raw to SmackDown. This was the big segment that was hyped up throughout the entire week. Sami Zayn came out here and said that the reason that he's here is because he felt something on Saturday, standing in the ring with all three of these guys. He felt something, even if it was for a split second. He felt, you know, the reconnection that they had back in the old days. And he says that he knows that Roman felt something as well, because the reason he knows that is because Roman is standing here right now. If he didn't care, then he wouldn't be here. And he said that, you know, and he said that many people think that the opposite of love is hate. He said that's not true, it's indifference. He said, deep down, I know you love me, man. Roman Reigns tried to hide his reaction, but I mean, it's very difficult when Sami Zayn is trying to you know, come up with these one-liners and whatnot. But he said, if you want me to walk away from Bloodline business, I will. I just need you to do one thing and I'm with you. He said, I just need you to apologize, not to me, but to Jey Uso. And Jey Uso, you can see him in the background. He's all stressed. He's rubbing his head. You can see this is starting to weigh down on him a little bit. And Roman Reigns does say, I'm sorry. He tells him then, I'm sorry that I wasted my time with this fool coming out here. You know, he's not even family. I don't know what we're doing here. You know, you saw that split second of the old Roman Reigns, the egotistical side of Roman Reigns, where it's all about him. He says at the end, he says, it's all about Solo right now. We're Solo, he says. And this causes Sami Zayn and Jey Uso to walk out. Solo Sikoa is nowhere to be found. We did get a promo, a fire promo by Jacob Fatu, man. I swear, if Jacob Fatu was allowed to talk a little bit more, man, he'd be a savage beast. But he came out with a little promo. He said Solo doesn't do things on Roman's term. Solo does things on his term. And he'll be out here whenever he wants, which essentially meant that he's going to be out here at the main event, you know, at the end of the show. We did get a little backstage segment where Jey Uso wanted to talk to Roman. He told him, like, listen, man, what are you doing, man? And Roman said, you know, why don't you go with that fool? I don't need that fool, you know. And Jey Uso kind of grabbed him and told him, like, listen, man, if you get out of line with me one more time, then I'm out. He said, I'm going to let it slide this time. This is your free pass. If not, I'm going to head out. And Jimmy Uso kind of in the background is also kind of like wondering, like, to Roman, like, you know, what are you doing, bro? And Roman Reigns says, what, you're calling shots now? He said, why don't you go with your brother? Why don't you go and find your brother with him? You can see, like I said, for that split second, the old Roman Reigns is trying to, you know, find his way back a little bit. At the end of the day, it was sort of built around the fact that Roman Reigns, you know, he says he hasn't changed. He's the same guy, that things changed, but not him. But at the end of the day, you know, he's going to have to change in order to, you know, get his family back, get his tribe back. You know, he's a chief without a tribe, like Solo said later on tonight. And a couple things on SmackDown as well that we did get. I want to skim here real quick. We did get the introduction of a new women's mid-card championship. It's a women's United States championship. It was sort of in a vignette by Nick Aldis. I think it's a fantastic idea. I think the white strap, I think, suits the United States design a little bit better than the black design, than the black strap. In this title, I have two people kind of in mind that I can see winning it down the line. Maybe see Candice LeRae and Chelsea Green probably make a good first time winner of this new United States Women's Championship. I don't know if this is just exclusively for SmackDown or if it's defended, on Raw and SmackDown. We'll see if Raw gets their own, version of like an Intercontinental Women's Championship. That'd be a step in the right direction. We also got Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. Randy Orton came out here storming to the ring. He had no voice. His voice was kind of shot, I guess. And he called out Kevin Owens out here so they could finish this. And Kevin Owens comes out here. I think he's wearing a shirt that says Kevin is right, or Kevin was right, or something like that. And these two guys go at it, and Kevin Owens delivers a pile driver to Randy Orton. And this pile driver, you would have thought it was like a deadly weapon, because afterwards Randy Orton is stretchered off. Commentary is making it like almost like this is a taboo subject, like pile drivers, they're banned for a reason. And Kevin Owens, he kind of just walks off, and just looking at the chaos that he created. So probably won't see Randy Orton back for maybe another 2 weeks or so, maybe before Survivor Series. I'm not sure, but we'll probably won't see him back until then. And then we come up to the main event, which was the acknowledgement ceremony for Solo Sikoa as the tribal chief. So Solo Sikoa comes out here with his whole gang, Jacob Fatu and everyone else. He comes out here, he tells Buffalo to acknowledge him and whatnot. This brings out Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns tells Solo he won't acknowledge him. Roman Reigns then brings up the option of, let's do this one-on-one, you and me. Solo Sikoa says, listen, I don't need to beat you. Even if you do win, there's no tribe with you. He said, why don't you get 4 guys to face me and our tribe here? And Roman said, 4 guys? But there's already 4 guys here, he said. And Solo did his quick math recap, and he said that the 5th member would be Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn came out. He's at the rampway, and I legitimately did kind of think that, wait a minute, what the fuck? Are they going to turn Sami Zayn heel? I said after everything, they're going to turn him heel. But then they start attacking Roman Reigns. This brings out the Usos. They come out to help. Solo Sikoa is about to spike Roman Reigns when he tells Sami Zayn, he says, come out here, come kick him in the face, come on. Sami Zayn walks down, is going to kick Roman Reigns square in the face, but he ends up kicking Solo. He takes out Solo. They start taking out Solo and his bloodline, and eventually Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, and Roman Reigns put the ones up, and the OG bloodline officially reunites here tonight. Now, I did think that maybe we would get a Paul Heyman return here. We might probably get it now within the next 2 weeks or so to sort of even out everything, and sort of also play into the fact that Roman Reigns doesn't really listen to anybody but his wise man, and maybe his wise man can redirect him into the the path that he should be following, his his principles and his babyface run and whatnot. But officially here tonight, Survivor Series War Games match is official. OG Bloodline against New Bloodline. Let me know what you guys think down below about all the happenings here tonight on SmackDown. And until next time, take care, y'all. I'll see y'all later.